I mean, it looks like a haunted house. Like, it looks like somebody went into the forest along this path and just planted or buried, you know, they just put fake tombstones in the ground. That's what it looks like. I've never seen a cemetery to this extreme. I've seen some abandoned cemeteries and some overgrown cemeteries, but the size of these tombstones, it's unbelievable. Whew. I wanted to see this place. This is the Nunhead Cemetery, just on the outskirts. It's somewhere in the greater London area. Much of it is completely overgrown, although parts of it are, actually a good amount are used by hikers and dog walkers. Doesn't necessarily look like this, but this is my favorite part for sure. All Saints Cemetery, Nunhead, is one of the 7 privately owned Victorian cemeteries established around the outskirts of London between 1832 and 1841, when city churchyards became unhealthily full. It was opened in July of 1840 by the London Cemetery Company. Can the video even do it justice? I mean, as I'm standing here in the woods, just every like 10 feet there's another collection of huge tombstones that go all the way back here. Look at this. It's almost overwhelming. Can you even read this one? Loving and sacred memory, Charles Jones, RCA. He was an artist, died in 1892. It's so overgrown that I don't know how many are out here. I can't even, most of these you can't even get to. It's so overgrown that I don't know how many are out here. Yeah, I don't know if there are. Look at this. I mean, are there? It's just crazy. The bodies are just in here. This is one of the magnificent seven cemeteries within the greater London area. And it closed for a long time. And then I think just in the early 2000s, it reopened. And they had restored a couple of the buildings that are around. And they're still working on that to this day, restoring things. But much of the cemetery looks like this. I mean, people use it as hiking trails and, walk their dogs and things like that. They don't come through here. Most people kind of they leave that to weirdos like me who love to go through the old cemeteries. I mean, to me this is fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Yeah, that's strange. How old is it? I can't read it. Sometimes it's easier to see it through the camera. I just see aged 78 years, but I can't see a date. This is a strange one. 1861. That can't be from 1861 though. Alright, so here's another one of those weird curved ones over here, and it's sort of open. Let me see what's let's see what's in here. So it's just another layer of cement or whatever that is. I'm trying my best to not walk on top of these graves or tombs or whatever you want to call them, but they're everywhere. I mean, there are some makeshift paths through here, and the paths go right, they kind of go right over them. In fact, the path utilizes the tops of these graves. Wow, look at this one. That's amazing. You know, it really makes you think about how probably for most of us, at some point after we die, we will be forgotten. I mean, obviously not everybody, but it's bound to happen to a good amount of us. And our graves will end up like these. And you know, another reason why I'm being very careful, obviously because of respect for the dead, but also I don't know how safe these things are to walk on. You don't want to have a cave in and end up in a pit somewhere. Would be a good day. Look at these. I mean, it just goes deeper and deeper and deeper into the woods. And it really is quite beautiful. Look at these actual crypts or whatever you want to call them, I'm guessing. And some of the stuff has been cleared recently. Who knows why? So this is what it looks like out in the actual park area here. So according to a plaque that's here, this is one of two chapels that were built here, being completed in 1844. It says that this chapel fell victim to arson in the 1970s. Fire completely destroyed the interior and the roof. And apparently a grant or some sort of a fund in 2000 was created, and they were able to clean it up to this current state. I wonder if these are related. Beans? I can't read that other one. That'd be interesting if they were related. Maybe they were married or something, and now their tombstones have slowly touched. This is a pretty good path through here. leads up to some of these tombs. I don't know if they even come across it all on the video. Basically, every time you see little mounds of bushes, that's a different grave. This is the trail that a lot of people use for exercise and enjoyment. And it's do a double take, because as you're walking by, this is what's all along the sides of the trails. This is the newer area. Seems very small, but for some reason this is kept up and the other area is not. I'm not really sure why. Look at this one. Look at how the vines have taken over. Look at this. In a few years you won't even know that that's a grave. Jeez. This is what I was talking about. I mean, this is a trail. You can't escape it. Maybe there's another one. This is like the trail in Pet Cemetery. The heck is down here? Look at this, as just right on the trail. I mean, I'm trying to be respectful, but they're just everywhere here. Crazy. So, it's a tour of the Nunhead Cemetery, one of the Magnificent Seven that are in the London area here. If you find yourself in this area ever, definitely check it out. Hope you liked it. See you in the next video.